Mercedes' alleged sabotage against Lewis Hamilton, favoring George Russell during the 2024 season, has finally come to light. Meanwhile, Hamilton's move from Mercedes to Ferrari carries significant risks, with many questioning his legacy should he fail to outperform Charles Leclerc in the 2025 season. Fred Vassar shares new confession after Carlos Sainz leaves for Williams. Welcome to F1 Real Time. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. The 2024 Formula One season saw Mercedes embroiled in a storm of controversy as allegations surfaced suggesting the team deliberately favored George Russell over Lewis Hamilton. The claims, fueled by intense fan speculation, accused Mercedes of sabotaging Hamilton in his final year with the team to elevate Russell, who remains with Mercedes for 2025. These accusations have dominated headlines and raised questions about the inner workings of the Brackley-based outfit. George Russell consistently edged out Hamilton in qualifying throughout the season, which, coupled with Hamilton's announcement of his departure to Ferrari for 2025, led some fans to believe there was an intentional shift in team dynamics. Social media lit up with theories, ranging from subtle biases to outright sabotage, as Hamilton struggled to match Russell's form in key moments. The rumors gained traction when an anonymous email, purportedly from within Mercedes, accused the team of systemic sabotage against Hamilton. The email alleged that Russell was given preferential treatment and that Hamilton's car was deliberately disadvantaged. Mercedes swiftly condemned the allegations, describing them as baseless and upsetting. The narrative reached its climax during the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, where Hamilton delivered a stunning final lap move to overtake Russell, using a bold hard-to-medium tire strategy. The dramatic finish reignited discussions about team treatment, with some fans interpreting it as proof of Hamilton's resilience against perceived odds. Nico Rosberg, Hamilton's former teammate and 2016 world champion, weighed in on the controversy during the Sky F1 podcast. Rosberg dismissed the idea of favoritism, pointing to team principal Toto Wolff's radio communications as evidence. Absolutely not. In fact, Toto went out of his way to encourage Lewis during the race. If I were George, I'd probably be questioning why Toto was so vocal in backing Lewis. Rosberg highlighted the immense pressure on Mercedes to maintain neutrality, given Hamilton's status as a seven-time world champion and team legend. For Mercedes, any hint of bias would have been catastrophic. They couldn't afford it. The anonymous email sent shockwaves through the F1 paddock, accusing Mercedes of intentionally compromising Hamilton's car performance. The email's contents were alarming enough to prompt a police investigation, with Mercedes taking the claims seriously. Toto Wolff, visibly shaken by the accusations, spoke candidly about the situation. This is deeply upsetting. The email wasn't from someone within the team. We've confirmed that. It seems to be linked to an earlier email attack targeting Christian Horner. But the fact that someone would fabricate these claims and include threats is unacceptable. Wolff confirmed that Mercedes had engaged law enforcement to track the source of the email, including tracing IP addresses and phone numbers. We won't stand for online abuse, whether it's aimed at teams or drivers. People need to be held accountable for their actions. The conspiracy theories surrounding Hamilton's final season highlight a growing trend in the F1 community. The readiness of some fans to believe in shadowy plots. Wolff addressed this phenomenon head-on, calling out the lunatics behind such claims. Lewis has been a part of this team for 12 years. We've built a relationship based on trust and mutual respect. Anyone who thinks we jeopardize that doesn't understand what we stand for. Our goal is simple: win the Constructors' Championship. To do that, we need both cars to perform at their best. Meanwhile, Lewis Hamilton's highly anticipated move to Ferrari for the 2025 Formula One season is undoubtedly one of the most talked about transfers in the sport's modern history. While it marks the union of two legendary names, this bold career decision carries significant risks, with many experts cautioning that the partnership could either solidify Hamilton's legacy or tarnish it irreparably. Hamilton, a seven-time world champion and one of the sport's most decorated drivers, leaves Mercedes after 12 years, during which he secured 82 race wins and 6 of his titles. However, his final season with the Brackley-based squad in 2024 was one of his most challenging. Despite the standout victories at Silverstone and Spa, Hamilton struggled to match the qualifying pace of his younger teammate, George Russell, who outqualified him in 19 of the 24 races. This dip in form, particularly over one lap, has raised concerns about how Hamilton will fare against his new Ferrari teammate, Charles Leclerc. Known for his blistering qualifying speed, Leclerc is widely regarded as the fastest driver on the grid in this discipline, a stark contrast to Hamilton's struggles in 2024. Former F1 driver Ralf Schumacher believes Hamilton's move to Ferrari is fraught with danger. Speaking candidly about the transition, Schumacher highlighted the challenges Hamilton might face adapting to Ferrari's 2025 car. You've already seen how Ferrari shares skyrocketed when Lewis switched to Ferrari was announced, but the deal also harbors a huge risk if it doesn't work out. He warned that the compatibility between Hamilton's driving style and the car's design could become a critical factor. In my eyes, it's very big if Lewis doesn't have a similar driving style to his new teammate, Charles Leclerc. We've now seen what that means at Mercedes. George Russell was faster than Hamilton. One thing is clear. Ferrari will not be able to build two different cars. No team can do that. Schumacher attributed Russell's success over Hamilton in 2024 to the former's ability to adapt to the new generation of heavier, less mechanically grippy cars, which require a more flexible driving approach. A young driver has more capacity and knows better how to adapt to a car. He understands the limits of a car better. Lewis, on the other hand, was used to cars built under different rules, which suited his driving style. Today, you have to change your driving style, especially in braking zones, and that's where Lewis lost time to Russell. Adding to the voices of caution is Eddie Jordan, former F1 team owner, who has publicly urged Ferrari to reconsider its deal with Hamilton. Jordan was particularly alarmed by Hamilton's admission at the Qatar GP that he's not fast anymore, interpreting it as a sign of diminished confidence. If I was Ferrari, I would say close the book, find a way out. That's it. Jordan also advised Hamilton to carefully evaluate his next steps, warning against a move that could tarnish his legacy. Lewis, you are, in most people's view, the greatest driver of all time. Please remember what I'm going to say to you. Always think about the best exit. And this is the time to take the money off the table. Don't put yourself in a position where we think less of you because you're marking time out at Ferrari. For Ferrari, the arrival of Hamilton is as much about the commercial and cultural value he brings as it is about his on-track capabilities. His move has already caused a surge in the team's market value, with Ferrari's shares reportedly spiking following the announcement. Meanwhile, Ferrari team principal Fred Vasseur has shared his thoughts following Carlos Sainz's departure to Williams, reflecting on the extraordinary dynamic between Sainz and Charles Leclerc during their time as teammates at the Scuderia. After 4 years and for Grand Prix victories, Sainz's tenure at Ferrari has come to a close, making way for 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton to join the team for the 2025 season. Vasseur highlighted the unique intensity of the competition between Sainz and Leclerc, which he believes pushed the team to new heights. I have never in all my time of racing seen two teammates so intensely preoccupied with what the other one is doing. They were incredible in how hard they were pushing each other out of the car too, in how much work they were putting in. I really believe the competitive fight between them has brought us performance. Leclerc, now entering a new chapter alongside Hamilton, shared glowing praise for Sainz and his impact on Ferrari. Speaking at the Abu Dhabi season finale, Leclerc credited Sainz for sharpening his skills and helping Ferrari grow as a team. Carlos is so incredibly talented. He's helped me to improve in so many areas. His work ethic, his talent, and just everything he brings. The discipline he has, he's been just such an incredible teammate. And if today we've made significant steps forward as a team over the last 4 years, a big thanks goes to Carlos. Leclerc also expressed confidence in Sainz's ability to elevate Williams under the leadership of team principal James Vowles. Carlos will give so much to Williams. The way he's so sensitive to every small change in the car will be invaluable. I have no doubt he'll help them make great strides forward.